welcome to Polish with Ray. I'm Rachel, and today I'm going to be sharing with you some polishes from new indie brands. Before we get started, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Not only does that help support my channel, but it also helps support these small businesses that I'm sharing with you today. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure you do that too. I upload new live swatching videos every week. So I actually did a video very similar to this last year, and it was really well received. You guys seemed to enjoy it, so I thought I would do it again this year. Basically what I did was I picked 6 newish indie brands. They've all launched their brands in the past couple years, and ordered products from them and swatched them and tried them out so I could share them with you. Not only did I think that this would be great exposure for some smaller businesses, but I also thought it'd be a great way to get me out of my comfort zone, away from those tried and true brands that I always purchase from, and find some new favorites. If you end up enjoying them too and want to check them out, I will leave links to all the shops down in the description box, and if the polishes I'm sharing with you are still available, I'll link those down there too. So I'm going to give you a little rundown about each of the brands, where they're located, what kind of products you can purchase from them. Then we'll take a look at the live swatch of the polish I purchased from them, and I'll give you my final thoughts. The first brand I'm going to be sharing with you is Minx Lacquer. They launched in 2021, and I recently saw a review of a collection of theirs on Janix's channel, Nail Lacquer Therapy. I'll link that down below so you can check it out. They're based out of Maryland here in the United States, and all of their polishes are 5 free. They have their own website you can shop from, and currently only ship around the United States. In addition to nail polish, they also offer base coats and top coats on their site, as well as nail butter. The maker was super sweet and sent this to me along with my polish, and I gotta say I'm a fan, highly recommend it. It's got kind of a whipped consistency, and it comes in a variety of scents. I got Dark Harvest and really enjoy it. It smells like a fall festival, but they also have unscented options. They are a pretty new brand, so I'm sure they are going to continue to expand on their finishes, but currently they offer mostly shifty shimmers and flakies on their site. The polish I purchased from them is called Dead on the Vine. Let's take a look at it. So as you can see, the bottle shape for Minx Lacquer is very unique. I'm not sure I have another polish with this bottle shape in my collection. It's kind of rounded and fat, super cute. And the polish came with a little cat charm. Charms actually freak me out a little bit. I'm weird, I know. But if that's your thing, you will absolutely love it. So this polish here is called Dead on the Vine, and it's described as being a golden orange reminiscent of pumpkin flesh with shimmer that shifts to green. It's accented with scattered holographic flakes as well, and the price for this was $12, which I think is a very reasonable price for this finish from an indie brand. So here's a little look at the Minx Lacquer paddle brush. I absolutely loved their brush. It was cut to perfection. There were no splayed bristles, nothing needed to be cut. It was absolutely wonderful. Just look how the rounded edge fits perfectly into my cuticle. I wish every brand used this kind of brush. So on application, this one was a little bit sheer on that first coat, but we get a whole lot of shimmer. On that second coat, we get even more shimmer, and then in 3 coats, I got full opacity. I would say the base of this is like a burnt orange caramel color, but with all of that shimmer and bright lighting, you get a striking, beautiful, like coppery gold. And then in other lighting setups, you can see the green too. You see it here on the full hand swatch. I've added a glossy top coat, and my goodness, the shimmer just glows. Will I be purchasing from this brand again? 100% yes. I've got their site pulled up right now. It's not a question of if I'm going to buy, it's a question of what am I going to get. Pictured are 3 coats of Dead on the Vine from Minx Lacquer with a glossy top coat. The next brand we're going to take a look at, I have heard quite a bit about, I just hadn't tried their products. It's called Dark and Twisted Lacquer. I believe they launched in 2021 because that's as far as their Instagram photos go, but it's possible that they started their brand a little bit earlier than that. They're based out of West Virginia here in the United States, and they are 5 free. You can shop this brand on Etsy, and they also participate in Little Box of Horrors. So far on their site, it seems like they mostly offer these beautiful shifty shimmers, that's what I have here, and some gorgeous flakies too. The polish I picked up from this brand is called Chiromancy. Let's take a look at it. So here is an up-close look at what Dark and Twisted Lacquer's packaging looks like. I absolutely love their hollow label. I love the dripping. I really feel like it fits their aesthetic very well. And on top of that, this polish is just absolutely beautiful. Chiromancy is described as being a caramel base with red to green shifting shimmer, and the price is $11. So Again, very reasonable price for an indie brand. So in the bright lighting, you're getting a lot of that caramel base and the green shimmer, but in other angles, you're gonna see that beautiful flip to red too. This brand also had what I would consider to be the perfect brush. It's a wide paddle brush that's not too wide. It's cut very well, no splayed edges, no need to cut anything, absolute perfection. On the nail, Chiromancy definitely had a jelly leaning base. It was a bit sheer and quite squishy with lots of shimmer packed in there. In 2 coats, it started to build up well, but I did reach full opacity in 3 coats, and I think most people, regardless of application style or nail length, will want 3 coats for this polish. On that 3rd coat, we get a lot of pop from that gorgeous orangey caramel base, and the green shimmer in here just glows. So here's what Chiromancy looks like built up in 3 coats with the glossy top coat, no visible nail line, and the shifts in this are incredible. I don't think I have anything in my collection that shifts to this kind of orangey, bricky red tone with that green glow. Ugh, I'm sold. Will I be purchasing from this brand again? Yes, definitely yes. Pictured are 3 coats of dark and twisted lacquers Chiromancy with a glossy top coat. Next, we're going to take a look at Humble Bee Polish. This brand I actually hadn't heard really anything about. I just happened upon them on Instagram, and as soon as I saw their adorable label, I had to grab them. Like, how cute is that? This brand launched in 2021 and is located out of Warm Beach, Washington. Their polishes are 10 free, and you can purchase them on Etsy. One thing that really drew me to this brand was all of the beautiful finishes they offer. They had shifty shimmers, glitters, toppers, flaky holographics, and they even offer mystery polishes. I actually ended up ordering a beautiful holographic glitter, so let's take a look. So you already know I'm a fan of the Humble Bee packaging. The label on the front is nice and big, and I feel like it looks really nice on the shelf. You can recognize the bottle of polish from across the room, and the brown paper bag style apothecary label is just too cute. The label on the bottom, I'll mention, is also that same apothecary brown paper bag kind of style. So this polish is called Gunner, and it's described as being a black gray glitter holographic. Are you ready for this price? $8.80. Yeah, I do not know of another indie brand that charges that little for their polishes. And I was even more thrilled when I saw how this polish goes on. So here's a look at Humble Bee Polish's brush. Not my favorite, really reminds me of like your standard OPI brush, skinny, a little rounded, but workable. Also, with this price tag, I have absolutely zero room to complain. So on application, this one had a squishy jelly base. It's lightly pigmented, so you get a whole lot of nail line on that first coat, but you also get a ton of holographic glitter. The glitter does make this difficult to remove. You're gonna wanna pair it with a peel-off base coat or soak it off. But I found that I reached full opacity in 2 coats. However, I did go in for a third just to get the base a little bit closer to that black shade that we see in the bottle, and it is gorgeous. Like all micro glitter polishes, I assume this one will thicken up with time, but right now it was very easy to put on. So here's 3 coats of Gunner with a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. This did dry down kind of textured, so a glitter smoother is going to be your friend here unless you like the texture. The sparkle indoors, out of this world. I can't wait to take it outside. I so wish I could have done that for today's video, but you know, winter and all that, it's gray outside. Pictured are 3 coats of Gunner from Humble Bee Polish with a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. Next up is Geeky Bees Nail Colors. Whew, that is hard to say. I first heard about this brand on Nicole Loves Nails channel. I believe she did a review of their latest collection, so I will link that down below. But I believe this is the oldest brand I'm sharing with you today. They launched in 2020. They're based out of Aurora, Colorado, and they are 5 free. You can also shop this brand on Etsy, and again, I was so drawn in by all the different beautiful finishes they had. They had glitters, flakies, shimmers, toppers, and again, they offered mysteries. I've got to get my hands on some of these new indie mysteries. I ended up grabbing Prism of Ethereum. It's a gorgeous gray with some micro flakies. Let's take a look. So Geeky Bees uses these skinnier cylindrical shaped bottles. I think the label is super cute. Sometimes when the labels aren't screen printed and they're clear, they're a little bit cloudy, but this one is very well done. It looks super professional and very easy to read and well adhered to the bottle. So Prism of Ethereum is described as being a dove gray crelly full of a rainbow of different colored microflakies, and the price for this is going to be $10. So I want to say that the microflakies in here are like metallic or something because they add a lot of shine and glow to the polish. I see a rainbow of colors just like they described, but mostly like a gorgeous greeny yellow gold color, purple, pink, maybe red, and blue, and it all contrasts very beautifully against that dove gray base. Here's a look at Geeky Bee's brush. It reminds me a lot of the Humblebee brush. It is long and straight and slightly rounded. Not my very favorite, but for $10, I mean, again, I can't argue. On the nail, this had a perfect curly formula. It had just a little bit of a creamy lean to it. And as you can see, we got a ton of those flakies out on the first coat. I was very impressed with the opacity of this polish. I actually found it to be almost fully opaque in 2 coats. I think if you use thicker coats or if you've got shorter nails, then you might be able to get away with 2, but I did go in for a 3rd and thought it was perfect. Completely opaque, tons of those flakies packed in there, and just absolutely gorgeous. This dried down without any texture at all, so it smoothed out just fine with a glossy top coat, and nothing about it was difficult to remove. So here's Prism of Ethereum built up in 3 coats with a glossy top coat, no visible nail line, completely smooth and even, zero patchiness. Will I be buying from Geeky Bees again? Yes. Starting to see a theme. Pictured are 3 coats of Prism of Ethereum with a glossy top coat from Geeky Bees Nail Colors. 2 more amazing brands to take a look at. This one's called Harmon Polish. I believe they started in 2021 because that's how far back their Instagram posts go. Could have been earlier, but yeah, I don't know. So this one's actually the biggest brand. It has the biggest following of all the brands I'm sharing with you today. When I purchased these around Black Friday, I tried to pick brands that all had under 1,000 Instagram followers, and this one now has 1,500, so the most out of any brand. They're based out of Houston, Texas, and all of their polishes are 10 free. They are a Black-owned brand and they have their own website. In addition to polishes, they also offer base coats, top coats, and cuticle oil. Right now on their site, they don't have too many options in terms of finishes. They are mostly creams, but they also offer a few shimmers and metallics as well. Because they offer so many creams, I figured they had to be really good at them, so I did pick up one of those. This one's called Thrilling. So Harmon Polish's bottle, their logo, their screen printed label all look so high-end to me. I could see this in a boutique and not blink an eye. It looks very professional, super well put together. They have a beautiful square-shaped bottle and a white cap. So this shade specifically is called Thrilling, and it's described simply as being a deep purple cream. I feel like there's a little bit of a dustiness to this base that my camera is not wanting to pick up. It's making it look very grapey on camera, but honestly, it's slightly grayed out and a little deeper in person. Their polishes are on the expensive side. Each one retails for $12 regardless of finish. Personally, I do not like paying that much for creams, even with this beautiful paddle brush and that gorgeous bottle. I still found it to be a little bit expensive for me. I would probably shop them during a sale. It does look like they have those pretty frequently. On application, Thrilling was every bit as good as mainstream creams I've tried, potentially better. I almost got full coverage in 1 coat, no patchiness. It was smooth, very easy to work with, and I definitely reached full coverage in 2 coats. I can't see anyone, regardless of nail length or application, needing more than 2 for this polish, which is so impressive to me. Here, 2 coats of Thrilling with a glossy top coat, although it did dry down pretty glossy on its own. What I purchased from this brand, again, definitely I loved the formula, but I'm going to wait for a sale because $12 is a little high. Pictured are 2 coats of Thrilling from Harmon Polish with a glossy top coat. We've got one more gorgeous polish to look at today. If you like this concept, this video idea, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That way I know to make more videos like this in the future. Last brand we're gonna look at today is called Krisable Designs. I've actually been eyeing this brand for quite a while because they do participate in several indie boxes like Polish Gamers and Polish Pickup. I believe Krisable Designs launched in 2021, or at least that's when they started making polishes. Not sure where they're based, but they are 10 free and available on Etsy. Like I mentioned earlier, they do participate in Polish Gamers Box and Polish Pickup, so if you regularly shop any of those collaborations, you can always check out this brand there. This maker was so interesting to me because they offered so many other non-polish items. In addition to polish, they also make earrings, rings, nail vinyls, and cuticle oil. This brand also had a really wide variety of finishes to choose from. They have shifting shimmers, glitters, which is what I have here, magnetics, and toppers. I ended up grabbing a reflective glitter topper. I can't wait to show you this. It's one of my favorite purchases from this whole video, and it's under $10. Yeah. Let's take a look at sparkles. Krisable Designs uses a skinny, more narrow rectangular bottle. They have a sticker label with their logo on it. I don't have any cloudiness from the sticker label. I do wish that the Krisable Designs logo was a little bit darker on the bottle, but that kind of stuff comes with being around for a little while. So this is a polish that I've been eyeing for a while. It's called Sparkles. It's a silver reflective glitter topper, and the price for this was $9.88. That is a really good price for reflective glitter and an indie polish just in general. So thrilled to see some polishes under $10. So the brush for this is a paddle brush. It's on the narrow side as far as paddle brushes go, and it's a little bit thicker, but I didn't have any issue working with it. Here's what it looks like in my studio lighting over black. As you can see, it's got a clear base, not milky at all, and it's packed with those super fine reflective micro glitters. They kind of just create a beautiful silver sparkle on the nail in regular lighting, but when you take it into lower lighting, here's what that looks like over Harmon Polish Thrilling. Oh my goodness. How beautiful and delicate and sparkly is this combo? Oh, I think I'd love this topper over literally any color too. It did dry down with some texture, so you will want a smoothing top coat, and removal will be difficult. Will I be buying more from this brand? Yup, I've got some in my Etsy cart right now. Pictured as one coat of Krisable Designs Sparkle with a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat in regular lighting, and here's under flashlight. So those are all the brands I have to share with you today. If you've ordered from any of them, let me know down in the comments if you have any recommendations, because I'm definitely looking to grab more. And if you have other recommendations for other small brands that are just getting started that you'd like to see me review here, leave those in the comments too. Down in the description box, I will leave links to the makers' sites. If the polishes are still available, I'll leave links to those as well, and I'll leave links to their social media. Go follow them, go support them. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!